If you go down to the woods today, you're in for a big surprise. If you go down to the woods today, you'll never believe your eyes. No, it's not the Teddy Bear's Picnic. It is in fact Blame189 bringing you the commentary on Bloodborne's boss battle, the Shadow of Yharnam. As you may have guessed from my ridiculous intro, the Shadow of Yharnam boss is located at the bottom of the Forbidden Woods area. And up until this point, you've had the option of ganging up on bosses by summoning other people to help you. Now, even though that is always a possibility in online mode, this time round, in your first playthrough, you get spoilt for choice in who can help you defeat the Shadows of Yharnam. In subsequent playthroughs, the game isn't so kind. You will have to face things on your own. And in this case, the Shadow of Yharnam is a threefold boss. Now let's take each Shadow of Yharnam in turn. You have three: the Sword Wielder, the Flame Mage, and the Candle Holder? Not quite sure about that last one, but he's just as vicious as the other two. There are two main ways of tackling this battle. If this is your first attempt at defeating the Shadows of Yharnam, then the recommended strategy is to deplete each Shadow's health by roughly 60%. This means that you can maximise the damage caused to the boss in total before triggering the final phase of the fight, which can pose to be extremely life-threatening. The second strategy, and this is recommended for people who've played it before and want to try something different, is to tackle each shadow and kill them off one by one. Weapons like firearms augmented with bolt paper, or the burial blade, or any arcane damage weapons basically, will be brilliant for this fight, as the shadows are particularly weak to arcane damage. The first shadow to be taken out is the one with the sword. He is fairly relentless in closing the distance between you and attacking with long-reaching attacks. The second shadow to defeat is the Candle Holder. He is fairly relentless in his attacks as well, but prefers to keep ever so slight distance from you, meaning that you can exploit this by making him dodge and baiting him into attack so that you can either avoid them and strike back, or get him with visceral attacks. Which leaves the final mana-wielding shadow to take care of. Use the gravestone in the middle of the arena to avoid his fireballs and easily sneak up behind him and take him out. There are three distinct phases to this fight as well, and as the damage goes up on these bosses, you're more likely to encounter these phases earlier on. The first phase, each of the three shadows use their basic attacks. The second phase, they use their basic attacks, but they become stronger. The candle-wielding shadow also sets his blade aflame for additional damage. As you can see from the video in the background now, we've entered the third and final phase. This is dangerous because of that snake attack. Those giant snakes can cause massive damage, and if you reach the third phase and any part of the arena glows pink, then you need to dodge, and dodge anywhere and dodge fast. If you want to get a little bit fancy in this fight, particularly with the sword-wielding shadows, you could purchase from the Insight shop some Shaman Bone Blades, interrupt their attacks, and either visceral attack them or stab them with the Shaman Bone Blades before they get up, causing massive damage. This is Blame189 for SBA Gaming. Thanks for watching.